You know that feeling when you wake up, but something feels off? Like you've been somewhere else, somewhere real, but your mind just won't let you remember? Elliot woke up with that feeling, a strange weight in his chest, like he had just lost something important, but he didn't know what. He shook his head, rubbed his temples. Weird dream, he muttered, but as he swung his legs off the bed, he froze, because there, sitting neatly on his nightstand, was a letter with his name on it. His fingers trembled as he turned it over. No stamp, no return address, just his name, written in handwriting that was eerily familiar, because it was his own. He swallowed hard, then slid a finger under the seal, unfolding the letter with a slow, deliberate motion. And inside, just one sentence, written in bold, black ink. Find the door again before it finds you. Elliot's heart pounded. He glanced around his room, suddenly aware of every shadow, every sound. The door, the dream, his other self. It wasn't just a trick of the mind, was it? That day, Elliot couldn't focus. He went through the motions, got dressed, grabbed coffee, sat through meetings, but his mind kept drifting. The door had appeared once. Could it happen again? By the time he got home, exhaustion weighed on him. But sleep? No chance. He kept staring at his bedroom wall, waiting, hoping. Midnight struck, then 1 a.m., then 2. And then, just as his eyes began to flutter shut, a low, familiar creak. His breath hitched. Slowly, he turned his head. And there it was, the door. The air in his room felt charged, electric. He stood, bare feet against cold floorboards, every nerve on edge. Last time he hesitated. This time, he reached for the doorknob without a second thought. It was warm. Again. And then, he stepped through. Elliot braced himself for his childhood street again. But no, this was different. He was standing in a sleek, modern apartment, high above a glowing cityscape. He turned, and there he was, again. But this time, future Elliot wasn't just confident. He was different, sharper, like a man who had won at life, and he was waiting for him. "You're late," future Elliot said with a smirk. "What is this?" Elliot asked, voice hoarse. Future Elliot tilted his head. "It's a choice. You get one shot at this," future Elliot continued. "Most people wake up, forget, and go back to their old lives. But you made it back. That means you're ready." "Ready for what?" Elliot asked. Future Elliot's eyes gleamed. "To rewrite everything." A second letter appeared in future Elliot's hands. He extended it, just like before. But this time, Elliot didn't hesitate. He took it. The words inside weren't a warning. They were instructions, detailed, precise. A list of everything he needed to do to change his life, down to the exact decisions, the right risks, the people he needed to meet. But at the bottom of the letter, one last line stood out. "The door won't wait forever. Choose wisely." Elliot looked up. Future Elliot was watching him closely. "What happens if I walk away?" Elliot asked. Future Elliot's expression darkened, just slightly. "Then you wake up tomorrow, and nothing changes. You go back to waiting, watching life pass you by. But if I stay," future Elliot exhaled, "then you become me." Elliot's heart pounded. He glanced back at the door, back at the letter. This was it, the moment. Would he step forward or wake up? What would you do? Elliot made his choice. But the thing about choices, they never really leave you. The door is always there, somewhere, watching, waiting, for the next time you wake up in the middle of the night and hear a soft creak. The only question is, will you open it? If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, because next time, we might just find out what happens when you step all the way through. Sleep well, if you can.